Jake Haro makes a confession to a fake inmate about what actually happened to Emmanuel. You heard that right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Jake Haro, the father of Emmanuel Haro, apparently confessed in his cell to a fake inmate. I'm not kidding. This is crazy. Okay, sit down. Sit down, shut the door. Hear me out real quick. This is serious and this is breaking. Over this past morning, very early hours of this morning, they're basically saying that Jake Haro confessed to a fake inmate about what actually happened to Emmanuel Haro and what he actually did to that little boy's remains. I'm not kidding. I had to say it out loud again because I'm still trying to process this. And yes, it's very early in the morning where I'm making this video. And I just wanted to give this to you guys because this is breaking information. This is absolutely insane. Now, we're getting this information from Brian Enton. And Brian Enton is basically saying that, yeah, they have this operation. I think if I'm quoting him correctly, it's called the Perkins operation, where they bring in a fake, I'm not kidding, a fake inmate to try to see if the person that's in the cell is going to kind of open up and get chummy, warm up to their cellmate and basically tell them, like, you know how it is. Like, you hear that story about like, what you in here for? You know what I mean? Like they're hoping that by them bringing in a fake cellmate, a fake inmate, that maybe that inmate will confess to the fake cellmate. Yes, I'm not kidding. So they're saying that this actually worked on Jake Haro. And he's saying now, and we're going to look at this video. We got this clip here, okay? And I highly recommend you guys go check out Brian Enton Investigates, his YouTube channel. Of course, you can see him on News Nation. The dude's a beast. We know this. If you're in the true crime realm, you know about Brian Enton and his fantastic work. But here's the thing, though. They're saying that, yeah, he sat down, he was in this cell talking to this fake inmate, this person that was cosplaying as a cellmate, and he confessed saying that, well, some very devastating things. He said he rolled over on the little boy, and then found out that he perished while he was asleep. He perished because he rolled over on top of him, and then he took the remains and stuffed them in a trash can on his property. So this theory, the original theory, which was he could be at a landfill, might really be true, but I don't know if what he's saying about how he passed is fully 110% the truth. Now, like I said, just ride with me about this because we got to hear this from Brian Enton. It's very short what he says in the very, very beginning of this video, but this is crazy. This is like a scene from a movie, y'all. You think it's not real, but apparently it is. Let's take a listen to this. This is crazy.
Baby Emmanuel's father, sources tell me, Jake Haro, told a fake inmate in the jail that he killed baby Emmanuel and put the baby in a trash can in his house. Let me repeat that again.
Yeah, please repeat this again because I need everybody in the nosebleed seats to hear this information because we all want to know what the heck's going on. But this is absolutely crazy, okay? Like I said, tearing a page out of a doggone true crime movie. I mean, this is insane.
Sources say
that
Jake Haro told a fake inmate in the jail that he killed baby Emmanuel and put the baby in a trash can in his house. You might be wondering how police got this information.
Yeah.
This is part of what I'm told is called a Perkins operation. Perkins operation, which is when police use a fake inmate to try to get information out of someone who has been arrested and who is inside.
Now, of course, let me ask this really quick. And I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a lawmaker, I am not a cop. So I have to ask this: is this legal? Can you actually do this? And Can this actually successfully be done? I mean, if this is absolutely true, I mean, we're hearing this from sources. If this is absolutely true, can it be viable? Can it be used in court? Then also, it does make you wonder, did this happen before or after they had their first time in court? They were supposed to have their arraignment yesterday, but it got pushed to next Thursday. So I'm curious about that too. What is the real story here? And what the confines of legal? You know what I'm saying? Are we kind of swimming in the sea of gray? Are we swimming in the sea of ambiguity here, legally speaking, or is that 110% legal? I am kind of curious about that. But again, interesting, right?
The jail. This Perkins operation came after, I'm told, Jake Haro confessed to police that he rolled over in bed
Here we go.
and killed the baby by accident and then buried the baby. So that is what Jake Haro told police, which is why he took police to that spot out along the freeway. This video that we have that shows him out there searching. That story, I'm told police believe, was all made up.
So he said at first, 250, that he confessed, saying that he rolled over on Emmanuel, woke up, found him to be gone, took him, and then buried him out somewhere. Now that is not real. That is not true anymore. But then he talks to this inmate and he says something else.
First, they got that story. Then they decided to do the Perkins operation, I'm told, which is when they used the fake inmate.
Wow.
And when they say they got the information that Jake Haro actually killed baby Emmanuel and put baby Emmanuel into a trash can.
Now, we gotta hold up. We gotta hit the pause and the rewind button or the skirt like I just did here. Because honestly, are we gonna automatically believe Jake the fake? Are we really gonna believe him? The first time he talks to police believe that he is confessing to them. He takes them on a wild goose chase out into a hilly side of a freeway and is like, oh my gosh, he's not here. Oh gosh, darn it. Thought he was going to be here, right? You know, fool me once. Shame on you, right? If I get fooled, I can't get fooled again, right? Now, why would the police, even when they do this Perkins operation, why would they even believe him the second time? Doesn't matter. That guy could be just saying whatever he wants behind bars. I'm just being real. Just saying that out loud really, really quick, okay? You know, he was willing to lie to the police. It was a full-on operation to take him out there, okay? It was a full thing to get him out there to no results, right? And then now he's talking to an inmate, and that inmate, yes, I know he was a plant, okay, but it doesn't automatically mean that he's telling the truth to this plant. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'd be very cautious in taking what he's saying here with a very big grain of salt, okay? But let's continue. This is interesting.
Meanwhile, baby Emmanuel's mother, I'm told, is still sticking to the same story. They also did a Perkins operation with her in jail, and she is standing by her story that baby Emmanuel was kidnapped. That is also, you'll remember, what she told a reporter who she talked to in jail.
Now, of course, we already know she lied, and she's a bold-faced liar too. But what's very interesting, we have already talked about this, but what's very interesting about this whole thing is this confession, this alleged confession that was made by Jake to an inmate that he thought was an inmate when in actuality he was a plant. Okay, he was a double agent or whatever the hell you want to call it. He was there to extract information from Jake. It's very interesting. Nonetheless, I'd be looking into it. It may mean that original theory about that baby boy being in some sort of Landfill is a good possibility now. But then at the same time, could Jake just be messing with everybody? He may not know. I mean, clearly he wouldn't know if this inmate is working with police or is a plant. But at the same time, you don't think that both of them are just habitual liars? Pathological habitual liars? I mean, think about it for a second, because they might be going on this wild goose chase, going from one landfill to another, to a hilly place on the side of the freeway, to another place behind the house, to the backyard of a church. I mean, there's so many other places. Like I said, he could be sitting there just saying anything just to mess with people and just to lie. She is still, his wife also, Rebecca, is still standing 10 toes down on her story that this kid was taken from her from the Big Five sporting goods store parking lot. Again, all I'm saying is I'm hoping police are following these leads. I'm just hoping that they're not going to be put on this wild, unnecessary goose chase where they're just looking like fools, digging up everywhere, as this guy just says, yeah, he's in a dumpster. Yeah, he's in a backyard. Yeah, he's in a landfill. Yeah, he's on the side of a freeway, because this is where it could potentially go, right? So again, very interesting information. I wanted to give that to you guys really, really quick. Good morning, by the way. But comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is insane. Do you think he's telling the truth to this fake inmate? Or do you think he's just lying? And what sucks is it's 50-50. And what also sucks is that the police are going to have to take that gamble. They're going to have to take that risk and go out to a possible landfill and try to find this baby boy. I'm hoping he told the truth to this inmate. But at the same time, I don't think he told the full truth. I really don't. I don't think that he rolled over on the boy. I don't think he did that. I think it was a fit of rage. That's what I truly think. Why does she have markings on her face? He clearly has rage issues, and he clearly has a history of not giving a damn about his own kids. Look at Promise. Look at the child A charge the call that was made a day before they were arrested that had to do with their 2-year-old daughter that was rescued from the clutches of these two monsters. So again, you can miss me on the nonsense of, oh yeah, I just rolled over and then he was gone and then I stuffed him in a trash can. You can miss me with that, okay? So I don't know if I fully believe this, but police are going to have to take a risk and get out there and try to find this kid, because any lead, any information at this point is a lead to getting this kid found, and found quickly. But this is very interesting, guys. Like I said, this is like a doggone movie. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And man, I hope he was telling the truth. I'm hoping he's telling at least the last half of the truth, that this kid could very well be in a landfill, and hopefully we can find him. The first half, I don't believe it. I don't. But we'll see what happens here. Justice for Emmanuel, guys. Justice for Emmanuel. We'll talk here soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.